Piper, you have a friend with you. All right, let me see who's here. And Jace. Good morning, Jace.
Maybe other people just
And
heck is that?
Sully.
Wait, who is? Can you change your names?
Just pay attention to teacher.
Piper, Camilla, Sophia. Good morning, everybody.
No, wait. Meaning settings. You have to change it to Zoe and Piper.
It's okay. I told you on it on some skin.
All right. Let's see, Josiah's here. All right. Let me give everybody just a minute. We're missing a few that normally jump on. All right. Good morning from Camilla. Good morning, Josiah. Piper, how did you have it's like a 2-for-1. Where are you? Oh, unmute.
We're at Zoe's house.
So I get both of you at one time. All right, Sophia jumped out.
Oh, that's better. That's actually really better. Yes, we can see each other.
Sophia, why are you on 2 different devices? Oh, now you're just on one. Oh, hey, Lucy.
Calvin. I must be Calvin's like that now.
All right. How is everybody on this Wednesday morning?
Tired.
Tired.
Yeah, yes.
Normally, we would be an hour and a half into school, almost. Y'all sleep in this morning? All right. We are going to, we're going to jump right into it. I want to share a little bit about our new language standard. We're going to start working on nouns, specifically making nouns plural. So somebody help me remember what's a noun? Raise your hand if you can tell me what a noun is. Sully, what's a noun?
Or idea.
Say that loud.
A person,
Turn all the way up.
and an idea.
A person, place, thing, or idea. Absolutely. And what does the word plural mean? What does the word plural mean? Lucy?
It means more. If you make a noun a plural noun, more than one.
Yes, so it means more than one. Just a second. Hang tight. I had a parent just message me. They're trying to get in. So hold on one second. Plural means more than one. I want you to think in your brains about a noun and a plural noun, right? That go together. Hang tight while you brainstorm in your heads, and we'll share. All right. Okay, so tell me, I want you to type in the comments, and I want you to tell me, give me an idea for a noun. Type in the comments and give me an idea for a noun. Ooh, there's only one of those, Jackson. That's very creative. Okay. Okay. So I've seen speech, school. Okay, so Jace, yes, a person, place, or thing is a noun. I want you to think of a noun that you can share. Park, banana, Eiffel Tower. There's only one Eiffel Tower. Oh, Camilla said apple. Good. So all of those are nouns. And now we're going to talk about how to make them plural or more than one. Some words, right, we add s's, some words we might add es, and some words we change altogether. Those are called irregular nouns because they like to be complicated. All right. I am going to share my screen, but of course it's not cooperating. Give me just a second. There we go. All right, can y'all see that? Where I'm sharing my screen? Right, so we're going to talk about, and you will be getting, when you come back for more, for your reading notebook, right? Some activities to help you practice this, but I wanted to go over it quickly. So you can form a plural noun by adding an S to words, right? So like in this example, we said basketballs, desks, students, classrooms. Most of the time we add an S to, most of the time we add an S to the end of the word, and that makes it plural when we're talking about more than one. Now, if a word ends, there are certain letters, if a word ends in CH, TCH, SH, SS or X, then we have to add an ES to make the word plural. Like lunches, brushes, buses, guesses. Someone suggested that beaches as beach as a noun. And so in the word beaches, beach, you would, I'm going to type beaches as plural in the chat, right? And that is a word that we add ES to because it ends in CH. So I want you to think of your word, your noun, okay, that you chose. And in the chat, I want you to type, how are you going to make that noun plural? Okay. How are you going to make that noun plural? In your chat, right, did you choose a noun that you would add an S to? Or did you choose a noun that you would add ES? And I am going to look at the chat. Oh, here they start coming in. Let's check it out.
Hi.
All right. So bananas, right, ends in an A. That's a word we just add S to. Maybe Jackson, you can do tower and turn it into towers. Piper, you originally said park, so turn that into a plural, parks. Camilla, I want you to turn apple into plural, apples. Ooh, good, Camilla. Homes.
Apples.
Right? So we're adding S to most of these words. I think beach was the only one that we would normally add a CH to. Beaches, right? Very good. All right, so now let's talk about some irregular plural nouns. If you think about the word irregular, what does that mean? Irregular. Can't see everyone. I'm trying to get y'all bigger on my screen. Hi, Grayson. Glad you joined us, and we got you into our Zoom.
Hi.
Josiah, what does irregular mean? What do you think? All right. Irregular means not regular, right? Ir is a prefix, so it's not regular. It's not, those are words that don't, you don't turn them into plural nouns with an S or an ES, right? Irregular nouns are nouns that actually their word changes, or it doesn't change at all, and the singular and the plural are the same word. Right? So like in our example here, if you're looking at the screen, woman, that's one, that's singular, and women. Women means there's more than one. Person, one person, or people. People is plural, right? So there are some of those words. And then if you look at deer, shrimp, and aircraft, they're the same, plural or singular, right? So then you would have to add like a number or another word in front to let people know, are you talking about one or more than one? All right, let's practice really quickly here. Ooh, I love Camilla. I didn't even see, Camilla, that you put your idea for irregular into our chat. Fantastic. All right, so get your chats ready. Since y'all kind of tend to be quiet in the mornings, I'm going to have you put your answers in the chat, and I've got it up on the screen for people to see when we video this. And it looks like Camilla and Lucy, well, Sophia and Piper, y'all are working on this too. So if you're not typing in chat, I'd love to see you practice with me, okay? So the instructions say write the plural of each noun in parentheses to complete the sentence. And sentence number 1 says, Cody's kitten is afraid of new, and then the noun in parentheses is person. So how are you going to make that word person into a plural noun? I'm looking for chats, right? Cody's kitten is afraid of new what? Right? Good. I see Lucy Piper. Thank you, Josiah. Thank you, Grayson. All right. So Cody's kitten is afraid of new people, right? We don't say persons generally. The plural of person is people. All right, let's look at when the kitten got out by mistake, he hid under some blank behind the blank. And our 2 nouns are leaf and bush. Okay. Leaf is tricky. And I want you to look at the screen for the hint to see if you can figure out that trick. Right? On the screen, it shows a hint. If a noun ends in F, change the F to a V and add ES. I know, Camilla, it's crazy, right? So Lucy did that. So if a noun ends in a F, right? It's one of those crazy rules for the English language. We change the F to a V and then we add ES. So when the kitten got out by mistake, he hid under some leaves behind the bushes. Good. Thank you, Piper, for bushes. You remembered that when a word ends in SH, a noun, we add ES. Grayson, if we're going to add a chat, let's make it productive, please.
Okay.
All right. When the kitten got out by mistake, he hid under some leaves behind the bushes. Practice number 3. I'm going to ask that, let's see, Jackson and Josiah respond to this. Okay, Jackson and Josiah on the chat respond to this. Some blank at the park helped Cody catch the kitten, right? And the noun that should fill in the blank is boy. Go ahead and make that plural. Jackson and Josiah. All right. So it says some boys at the park helped Cody catch the kitten. So it isn't possessive. We don't need the apostrophe, but B-O-Y-S is how you make the word boy plural, boys. All right. Cody still has blank on his arm. Let's see. Sophia, will you respond to that? Cody still has blank on his arm. Our noun is scratch. Sophia, will you make scratch plural, please? Jace, I guess if he does have a scratch on his arm, then it might have some blood if you scratch. Sophia, are you with me? Okay, so I want you to look at this. Scratch is ES because scratch ends in CH, right? We're going to add an ES. We don't need the apostrophes because we're not talking about things that show possession, okay? We're only adding S, ES, or those are irregular nouns that the words change, okay? And our last one, he wonders if blank scratch as much as kittens do. All right, so look, this one is going to be tricky. In a word that ends in Y, okay? The word puppy ends in Y. I want you to look what I'm doing in the chat. We're going to change the Y to an I, and then we add ES, right? I'm going to change the Y to an I and then add ES. He wonders if puppies scratch as much as kittens do. Thank you, Jace, for that. Perfect. Right? So there are some things you have to remember with nouns and making them plural. Thank you, Grayson. All right, so we will continue to work on plural nouns as well as another kind of noun. Now it went out of my head. So I wanted you to be aware of that. We're going to work on nouns this week. The next thing that we're going to talk about, and I've just got a little bit more time, I need y'all with me, is understanding technical text, right? So let me tell you, technical texts are like things that give you instructions or tell you how to do something, okay? So before there was YouTube that could give you instructions on pretty much anything that you wanted to know about, we had to read directions and read to learn things. I know it's crazy. So if you have ever read a recipe, right, to tell you how to make something, or you have ever read instructions to build something, like, you know, you get the furniture at Target or IKEA and you have to put it together, or when you get older and you get into science, you might have to read technical text about experiments, right? Those are all technical texts, and it tells you how to do something, a procedure, right? So I want you to look at this screen. It says read the list of below of the ingredients you need to make a recipe. All right, so someone unmute yourself and just tell me based on the title that you see, what is this a recipe for?
You'll see a title. Holy.
Ashimole.
How to make smash-a-mole. What do you think that is?
Guacamole.
Guacamole. Raise your hand if you like guacamole.
Not me.
Piper likes guacamole.
I do not like guacamole.
Lucy gave me a thumbs down.
Me too.
I like.
Oh, Zoe does. Okay, so we're raising our hand if we like it, or I like the thumbs down if it's not our favorite.
Lucy,
Nope,
look.
Camilla doesn't. Grayson doesn't.
Oh,
All right.
Lucy,
Well, maybe someone in your family likes guacamole and you might want to make it at some point, okay?
Yeah, my mom and dad love it.
have you done
I
it?
think my mom likes it.
It's good.
All
Not
right.
sure.
I love you to unmute if you're talking to me or answering a question. But if you're not, let's go ahead and mute so that there's not the background noise. Oh, very good. Thank you. Uh-oh. All right, so how to make smash-a-mole. What ingredients do you see here? The ingredients list
1 tablespoon.
tells you what you're going to need.
1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon of onion. Oh.
I know how to make smash
Avocado, cherry tablespoon.
All right, guys, I need to stop yourselves.
Where is that?
All right, so the first thing you're seeing is ingredients, right, for what you need. 2 avocados, 8 cherry tomatoes, a tablespoon of onion powder, a tablespoon of lime juice, 2 plastic zipper seal bags, and 1 unopened can of food. What? Okay, so it says next you must put everything together. What steps should you follow? Right? I want you to think in your head, what are you going to need to do? What's the procedure for making smash-a-mole based on the ingredients? What do you think? Just think in your head.
I might know.
All right, so we know that in technical text, they're going to tell you steps to do something, right? The procedures. So here we have some steps, right? But they're not necessarily in the right order, okay? So let's read the steps. Steps for making smash-a-mole. Here it says, roll the can over the bags until the food is mashed and mixed. Put the first bag into the second bag. Zip the second bag closed. When everything is smashed, open the bags. Put the smash-a-mole in a bowl. Use a dip for chips. Peel the avocados and remove the pits. Wash the cherry tomatoes. Put the first 4 ingredients on the list into a bag. Zip the bag, squeeze out the air. All right, so those are all the steps, but they're not in the right order, right? So I want you to decide.
At 9:15, there's going to be a bus driver meeting in the media center. So if you're a bus driver, make your way to the media center by 9:15.
Sorry, I had an announcement come out, all right? So what is the first of all of those instructions? Ooh, Piper wrote it down, nice. What's the first thing? Where should the first step be? Raise your hand if you can tell me. What should the first step be? Zoe, are you gonna share with us? Unmute.
So what would is it for the avocado smash?
It's for the avocado smash. So which thing on my screen, which of those steps needs to happen first?
Roll the can over the bag until the food is mashed and mixed.
Well, that's the first thing on the list, but it tells us right here that that's the fourth step. So what's going to be the first step?
Thing is to do 2 avocados.
I don't see anything.
Peel the avocados and remove the pits. Wash the cherry tomatoes.
Yes, that is our first step. Why? Why do you think that would be the first thing that we do if we're going to make smash-a-mole?
I don't think we need to write this down. What do
you think? Lucy, why would that be the first step?
Because you have to get them clean before you can eat them.
Yes, you have to clean and prepare the ingredients before you can do anything else. All right, so that's our first step. What's our second step? It tells us that on the screen. Camilla, what does it say is the second step? It tells us that on the screen.
Put the first 4 ingredients on the list into a bag. Zip the bag, squeeze out the air.
So if we've washed the ingredients, why would that be the second step?
Like this. Square it. Square it. Ew.
Why do we do that second?
Make it in a box. Can I put cherry right here? Oh wait, I want to use it.
Any ideas? No? Lucy, why would we do that second?
I'm going avocado.
Because you need to mix the ingredients up so you can so it will be more of a liquid so you could actually eat.
Right? We have to have the ingredients clean, and then we have to put the ingredients in a bag, right? If we're going to smash them up to make smash-a-mole. Now, why would they put what if we put the ingredients in the bag and we didn't zip it up or squish the air out?
That would be bad. They'll just pop everywhere. It will go everywhere.
You're right. Both of you are right. So if we didn't zip up the bag, we'd just smush all the ingredients out. And if we didn't take the air out of the bag, then the bag would pop.
And blow up.
All right. So when you're reading technical text, it's important, and even if you're writing instructions for someone, you have to remember to tell them everything and to read all the details of what's there, or you might end up with a mess. All right, so we have the first and the second step. What's the third step?
Go to sleep is the third step.
What's the third step? We've cleaned the ingredients, we've put it in a bag, and we've zipped up the bag, and we've squeezed out the air. What do you think?
Smash it!
Of the options that are left, we've got roll the can over the bags until the food is mashed and mixed. Put the first bag into the second bag, zip the second bag closed, or when everything is smashed, open the bag, put the smash-a-mole in a bowl, use as a dip for chips.
Put the bag in another bag.
Jackson, what do we need to do next? What do you think, Jackson?
I don't know what to do. I'm cooking.
Put the bag inside the other bag.
Piper, I saw that you had your hand up. What is our third step? For 3.
Put the first bag to the second bag.
Yes, that is our third step, right? And it tells us right here that using the second bag keeps the food safe in case the first bag breaks, right? So understanding the why helps us also really, when we read and we think about the why, right, that helps us understand a little more. So putting the first bag in the second bag is our third step. And what's our fourth step, Jackson? It tells us right here. What's our fourth step?
Roll the can over the bag until the food is mashed and mixed.
Fantastic, thank you. Why would we do that? Why
No
would
idea.
we do that as a fourth step?
Because if you did it at the first, nothing will be ready to eat.
If we're making smash-a-mole,
You gotta smash.
thank you, Jackson. We've got to smash it. Now we have to have all the ingredients in the bag before we smash anything, right? We can't smash the ingredients first or we'd have a mess. And what is the last step, Josiah? What's the last step that we're gonna do in making smash-a-mole?
When everything is smashed, open the bag, put the smash-a-mole in a bowl, use it as a dip for chips.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We have to have the ingredients all mixed up and smashed together before we can actually eat it, right? So we are talking about what we just did is we put the instructions in sequence, right? That was the activity. We just practiced putting something in sequence. So to use one of our vocabulary words, right? We put the primary thing first, right? The first thing was to wash the ingredients, right? That was the primary. And then we moved on step by step in sequence till we could get to our final product, right? So we talked about the types of technical text that you might read. Who remembers what I said at the beginning or can think of a technical text that you might read at some point? Raise your hand if you can think of a technical text that you might read. Ooh, there's lots of comments. Let's see. Are y'all sharing in the comments? Ooh, Lucy said recipes. Absolutely. Y'all really do not like avocado or guacamole or avocados. All right. So recipes is one type of technical text. Can you think of any other types? What about instructions to build things? Right? Technical writing for how to do something like a science experiment. Right? All of those things are technical writing. Some people, that's their whole job, right? Is when you write and being able to give all of the details step by step. All right. I am going to say we're good. We've been on for about half an hour. Do y'all have questions for me before I let you go? All right, so a couple of things. Please do your virtual work and get your iReady time in. It's super important. The iReady lessons are for you. Everyone's little path is different. So please get your iReady time in. Read your books independently. I have met with some folks about their AR goals. and I will continue to meet with students Thursday, Friday, and finish up Monday, Tuesday, kids, about your AR goals, so you can start taking your AR test to work towards your goals. Look at Canvas. There's instructions or examples for things, your reading and your math journals, right? Make sure you're putting reading stuff in reading journal and math stuff in math journal. It's important. I had a whole bunch of math journal stuff handed into me, right? Those math journal pages that I give you, and they're stapled with the pink paper, those are for your journals to help you have a resource going forward, okay? I think that's all I have. Any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Oh, yes.
Can we do show and tell? Lucy asked in the chat.
Oh my goodness, you guys have lots of show and tell questions. All right, we have about 4 minutes before I'm going to cut us off. So let's see. All right, Lucy, you ask. What's up?
I got a crystal from Virginia. It's blue and this.
Ooh, that's pretty. All right, so we're showing and telling about our science. It's very pretty.
I also have another one, but it's pink.
So it's a crystal, but we're not. Ooh, that's super cool, Lucy. Super cool. All right, Piper. Did you paint that, Piper? Unmute, Piper.
I did not paint this, but this is Zoe's. Yes.
It's Zoe. Did Zoe paint it? Or it's just a pretty it's a beautiful picture. Fantastic. All right. Sully, are you showing me your puppies, Sully? Yes. They're very sweet.
Can I show you mine now?
All right. Josiah, do you want to do show and tell? No. Jace?
Look at that color. That's so cute.
All right, Grayson. What are you going to show?
I have a few things to show.
Pick one. Ooh, that's pretty.
I have a few more right here too.
Oh, look at Sophie, what's your dog called?
Her name.
Now, where did you get those, Grayson? Where did you find those?
I actually got these out of my driveway.
Oh, okay. Ooh, I like the,
Sparkles.
I do like that.
I have a lot more.
All right, well, we're going to let someone else have a turn. Those are super
Now
cool.
I know how to.
All right, I'm going to keep on showing them in case anybody wants to see more.
Camilla, do you want to do show and tell?
But it's too late now.
Jackson disappeared.
People already know. Yeah.
Sophia?
We could have done that a minute ago.
All right.
Oh, look at that one.
Ooh, Sophia, are you showing me your unicorn?
You don't have time for that right now.
Do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see my baby brother?
All right. I love it, Sophia. A llama unicorn.
Do you want to
All right.
see my baby brother?
I need you to listen. We're going to wrap up. I will see you all. Sully, your puppy's as big as you are. I will see y'all back for math at what, 11:30. All right. All right. Bye, guys. We're going to keep working on technical text next week.
Puppy attack!
See you.
Puppy attack!
I wanted to join the Zoom.